along with his manager, nursing a bad back right now, and we know why, Slick.
Now, you seem to be somewhat an intelligent man.
Well, thank you.
I want to ask you your mediocre opinion.
Yes?
Why in the world would a man who is a former intercontinental heavyweight champion, a man who is respected and cheered and loved, adored by these...
Revered?
Media... Oh, don't you shut up and give me a chance what I got to say, you onion head. Anyway, as I was saying, why would a man like that have the audacity, I'm talking about you, Chico, to put his hands on me? One of the most prestigious commodities in professional wrestling today. Haven't bothered nobody. And this man has the nerve to pick me up and slam me in the floor, all because he doesn't want to have to deal with this man here. Well, you know, we can't get him right now. So we're going to take the next best thing. And that happened to you.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to take Pedro, nothing happened, Morales, right out of Miami. Boy, they got too many people like you down there anyway. I know that they wouldn't mind getting rid of you, Chop. So let me tell you something. Pedro, I got a message for you to give to Tito. You see, once I get done with you, boy, once I give you the most natural whooping you ever had in your life, I'm going to be whooping you so bad you're going to like it. Then you're going to go back and you're going to tell Tito how good it might be. It's going to hurt for a long time. But after a while, Butch will be whooping on you so sweet. That's so good, you're going to like it. And then after that, Tito, I'm going to tie you, and I'm going to gag you, and I'm going to let Slick take that stick, and I'm going to let him wear you out, boy.
Just like I'm your daddy.
Because that's what you need, sucker. You stepped out of line, and so you know what's going to happen. Somewhere down the line, after I get through combing Pedro Morales' nappy head, we're going to give you a public talking.
Thank you very much. Thanks for asking me my opinion. I thank you, Slick. We'll see you at the Night Center Thursday.
We had, say what? A whole lot of superstars on this stage here tonight. But I want y'all to know one thing. This is my house. And when I say who's...
Word attack skills and vocabulary too. Cover hits in the disc edition is all brand new. You're through. I'm interplanetary like Doctor Who. So who?
Fuck your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith.
Yo, everybody, what's up? It is Ring Time Pro Wrestling. Keith and Keisha in the building. Keisha, say hi to the people.
Like, if everybody could see me waving right now, like, I'm, like, fully waving. Hi, everyone. Hey. With, like, this Kool-Aid smile that goes from ear to ear. You know what I'm talking about, Keith. Like, when you get stupid excited and then, like, all your teeth show from your front all the way to your wisdoms. You know, that kind of thing.
Yes.
I'm really excited.
You're excited like it's elementary school and they just told y'all about to have a pizza party. You
Man, what? And it's before recess. Stop playing. Don't do it.
It's going down. We here.
I'm up here at Cabbage Pasture, having fun. You know, doing my thing. It is what it is today. I've been like this all day long. I just want to say in a random note that I am officially finished with Christmas shopping for the first time ever, like, early. Because normally I don't finish until, like, literally, like, the 23rd of December. So I am done. When I tell y'all I'm done, like, I literally have one last thing that I plan to get, and I don't even count that because it's a gift card. So anyway, I'm done. Yes, I'm bragging. And I just want to say that I love all of you. Please be careful out there while you're completing your Christmas shopping, because this one over here is finished. I am finished. Thank you, Jesus.
Well, that is just beautiful, and I commend you. I also can't stand you. As you're saying.
But I love you, Keith. Like,
yeah. Off air, we got some conversations to have because I'm over here struggling, man. You don't understand. There's some people I don't know what to get stuff for. One person said, just get anything. And I'm like, hell no, that is not how we do these things here.
You know what? I honestly, I can't. I always try to, like, even make something up to get, even if I can't tell you, like, what to get me. Like, I will literally try and just be like, look, just give me this and I'm good. Because I hate to be that person that be like, oh, just give me anything. It doesn't matter. You know, I can't stand that. Because that tells me nothing. And then, you know, it's always that person that then just decides, like, well, I mean, I should have told you to give me this. Like, I really just want to punch him in the throat. Like, I'd be like, oh, my God.
Well,
you could have told me that, like, 3 months ago. Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Yeah, punching that person in the throat is definitely not an option. But,
of course not.
I mean, like, under no circumstances is that, you know.
No. I mean, I wouldn't punch him in the throat. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't do it. But, I mean, you really just be irked and be sitting there like, for real.
But, yeah. I actually have to work hard for this one because
it's fine. Trust me. We'll have a conversation off air. I'll try and help you out. Run through some good ideas.
Okay.
That's pretty much what I've been.
You know, even though, hey, I'm the user people. We got a couple of hundred listeners every week. Hey, man, I'm struggling finding my mama something for Christmas. Can y'all help me? America. Not just America, the whole world, because we get downloads from all over the world. Somebody, help me. Okay. The only time I'm asking help me, because I feel like it got to really be good, because my parents be showing out. So.
Yeah, they really do.
I have to really make it impactful. You know,
I mean,
if it wasn't that.
Well, I can tell you now that I'll let you know what I am. Okay, so I'll let you know what I'm planning on getting her and whatnot. But it's definitely a conversation to have off it. Cause but we can talk about it.
Okay, no, I don't want to spill the beans because it ain't like they listen, but this would be the week that they decide to listen because they decide to be proud. And you know what I mean?
You know, that one random time where it's like, well, you know, I listened into the show and like, for real?
Yeah,
for real?
Yeah. No, this would be the day. Or, you know, they decide to tell somebody because they want to be proud parents and be like, yeah, you know, our kids do this thing and here it go. And, okay, yeah, no. So, yeah, no, off air. Plus, I think people really came to hear us talk about wrestling. And it's been an incredible week in wrestling. And usually, like, we prepare these notes and we got enough time where there's news and there's things that happen.
Right.
And damn, Keisha, like, they kept me working all the way up to this morning. Like I told you, I was sitting around at work, and I'm doing real work in my real job, and then they're like, hey, man.
I'm doing work in my real job.
No, I mean, that's what it is, my day job. You know what I mean? Which I hope to make this my real job one day, and there was a development this week that may be getting that closer, but that's a whole other story. Point is, I was sitting there, and then I got a buzz like, hey, man, you need to check out this press conference. So I checked out a press conference. I'm like, what? So let me know, we are busy all the way up to, right?
Right.
So, incredible show. A lot of things going down this week. Let's get into it. Let's get raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Okay, sorry. That is
Lord Jesus,
not an appropriate conversation for a wrestling show.
Exactly, Keith. No, it is not. It's definitely not appropriate.
Yes.
Get it together over there. Thank you.
But to be fair,
love you.
oh, Dirty had a hit there, and
he really did. But still,
here's the thing.
Like,
you know, I get on these young folks about their music, but they're probably like, but I used to listen to a dude named Old Dirty Bastard.
You know what? When you put it that way, it's like, and it's funny because tell it to somebody. Go tell that to one of your nieces. Well, tell that to your 13-year-old niece and see what she say about that. Be like, so you listen to somebody that ain't old dirty bastard, and you're talking to me about Young Thug. Get out my face, like.
But there's this. Old Dirty had bars. Old Dirty still can rap.
And Young Thug wears a dress. I mean, you know, what can you?
I'm not going to mock the man's fashion sense
right now.
No, I'm not going after the man's fashion sense. He is free to be whoever he is in 2016.
I need to know where he got that outfit for his album because I want one. Like, I'm serious about that. Like, I really want that. Like, I'm gonna need for him to go on and slide me the info of where he found this outfit and if it comes in my size because
it is a Mary Poppins custom couture. Well, okay, look, because we going off the rails again, and it's easy to go off the rails. I want to give everybody a good show this week. I apologize for last week. I don't think I had my A game with me. And usually I don't apologize for not having my A game with me. Usually I just be like, I mean, y'all getting it for free. But that is not right. And I want to apologize for not having my A game. So yeah, I'm here this week, live and direct. And we live on the air. We on Spreaker Live. So, you know, the chat room is open. I know y'all don't really like to use it, but the chat room is open so you can chat and fire some questions my way. I will respond. If you try to play me, I will light flames to your ass on this internet.
I'm not dealing with you.
Hey, man, just gotta let people know. Not afraid to fly these jokes out. Not afraid to fly these jokes. And I will embarrass you. Don't worry. I live for this. The way my petty is set up, you don't want it. But anyway, Keish. Raw. Thought it was a good show. Did it take you home? Did it have you ready to watch this pay-per-view?
More or less. I mean, according to my tone, nah. But, I mean, more or less, like, and I say more or less because it didn't really make me, like, go, yeah, man, I can't wait to see Roadblock. But it didn't turn me away from it either. So, like, it put me in that place where, like, yeah, you know, I'll tune into it. You know, I'll give it a look. Like, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. So, I mean, Raw had it. I'm not going to lie. Raw had some very, very good moments, and it was a good show, but it wasn't one of those had me hyped and fired up for the pay-per-view type shows. You know? Like, I don't think it was that good. So.
All right, no, I'll be fair. Here's the thing. I don't know if it set the pay-per-view up good, but I will say this. There's one thing I did understand and get out of that show, if nothing else. And you know what that is? New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. Okay. Yo, WWE Tag Team Champions. Okay. See, it feels even weirder when you do it like that.
You know what? It's hilarious to, like, hear it and not see it.
Yes.
Like, it's so weird to hear it and not see it. To see it is a different story, but to just hear it, like, it's like, is that really what they do?
Yeah, it's what they do, and it's kind of disturbing. Especially Biggie just makes me all kinds of uncomfortable.
Right. Yeah, that is kind of true. You sitting there, I can't, like, I'm like, But, nonetheless.
Yes. Opening match. It was the World Tag Team Champions, the New Day, taking on Cesaro and Sheamus, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, a.k.a. The Club. And they beat them in a good match. And I'm going to say this. Because this was the way we were setting up for the record breaker. Which, if the record kind of is officially broken was yesterday. I mean Tuesday, but neither here nor there. Kish, I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a hell of a showcase for Cesaro.
Oh man, what? Like
Man.
if there was one man that made that match, it was him.
If you are not familiar with Cesaro, this was the match. You was like, whoa, who was that dude? Who was that guy that whooped everybody's ass? That was Cesaro. So, I thought it was a little bill, but it was a guy school bill. But, yeah, shout out to Cesaro.
That guy's awesome. They don't call him a Swift Superman or nothing.
Very Superman-like.
Yes.
But they found a way to lose because New Day was very resourceful. And with triple threat rules and people going all over the place, it was hard to nail something down. But New Day showed why they were champs. Got the job done. Might have took a little help from, people around. But they made it happen.
Of course.
They made it happen. Then they had a party backstage, and they got too excited, started popping bottles, and they got some on the Stephanie McMahon.
Now, how you just spray Stephanie like that, though? Like, you don't realize that she's standing there, like, for real, for real?
Mm-hmm.
I guess not. I mean, she was in the wrong place. I mean, she was standing directly in the middle of the tag team champions, and you see Xavier Woods with these bottles. I personally would have moved, but, that's just me. So, I guess it really didn't matter. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So she set a match later on that night for the tag team champions that maybe they may not make it out. Even though, I hate to get us away, they was going to break that record. You know why they had to break that record? Because they need to break Demolition's record.
Right.
That way, somebody can say, who's the world's longest tag? They won't say Demolition. Why do they not want them to say Demolition? Because they're part of that damn lawsuit. That is the way Vince McMahon Petty is set up. It is on A1 setting. He has definitely got that locked in for you people. But yeah, that's what's going down.
It's like pettiness to 1,000, though. Like, that's a whole nother level of petty. To somebody, like, you have to feel like every part of that pettiness, like, for the rest of your life. Like, oh, that's what they want to do? Well, we're going to make sure somebody break that record. Get them out the record books. Like, Jesus.
Right.
Is it really like that, though? I guess. But I digress. Let's move on, shall we?
Braun Strowman defeated Curtis Axel and had a little message for Sami Zayn. Little Davari defeat Lince Dorado due to DQ. I think Gallagher showed up and that happened. Brian Kendrick defeated TJ Perkins, I guess, in trying to warm up for the tilt that they both going to be involved in.
I'm not really too thrilled about that either. But, I'll save that for the Roadblock preview. Yeah, we'll talk about why I'm not too thrilled about this. Whatever.
No doubt. Bailey defeated Alicia Fox again. Big Cass confronted Rusev. And I think that's fair because he probably was tired of his boy getting beat up.
Right.
So, Cass
that whole segment was ridiculous. That's the best word I can find for that. Like, that whole entire segment was just ridiculous. With them showing the video, what happened in the hotel room, and all that. Come on, man. Really? Really, though? I mean, I get why Enzo wasn't there and all that kind of stuff, but it's just gotten to a point now where it's like, are you for real? Like, I don't know. Like, all this started in a ridiculous way in the first place, and now it's just kind of spiraled out of control. So, I don't know what to make of that, but I guess we're going to see, huh?
Yeah. Fair enough. We will see. Going on down. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Big Cass confirms Rusev. And we talked about how that angle last week I hated. I hated it so bad. Sami Zayn defeated Jinder Mahal. And he kind of did it with a weird, like, seemed like he had a little mean streak at the end of it. You know what I mean?
He did. Like, you felt every bit of frustration in him just come out on Jinder Mahal's face. Like, that's pretty much what happened. So, yeah, you felt all of that. All of his aggression and frustration and festivity and everything else, that was let out at the end. And that's why it did. The way that you think it came off is exactly how it happened. You know, that's personal opinion. That's how I feel it too. It was more intensified because of everything he's been feeling over the past with Mick telling him, like, oh, no, you want to face Braun? Yeah, that's not happening. No, you can't face him. He's going to kick your ass. Like, that's just not going to work. So, I mean, if somebody kept constantly telling you to your face that you can do something that you know and you feel in your heart and you know that you can do, like, I'm pretty sure that would piss you off and frustrate you too. So, Jinder Mahal just got the short end of the stick, you know? Like,
yeah. Unfortunately, he caught that beat him down. But, you know, sometimes stuff gotta happen, man. Sometimes you are the recipient of the beat him down.
Exactly.
Tag team championships were back on the line in the main event. The New Day defended them against Jeri-KO and 2/3 of the Shield.
Right.
Yeah, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, who were coincidentally former tag team champions. But the New Day survived with their belts. Why? Because of Lincoln. But
okay.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, now that this has officially happened, I really just seriously don't know what to really make of it.
What do you mean?
So, I mean, not the record. I love the fact that, you know, record's broken and all that kind of stuff, but what do you do now? You know, I guess we'll find out at Roadblock what happens next with the New Day and everything, because, I mean, now the record's officially broken. Like, it's done. So what do you do now? Like, is things going to change as it has been predicted to happen, or are we still going to see the New Day reigning as the tag team champions? Oh my God, Keith! Like, what if this went on for like 2 years? Like, what if they just went in like a 2-year title reign? Like, do you know how ridiculously, incredibly awesome that might be? And then how ridiculously and incredibly horrible it could be? Like,
yeah, well, here's the thing. I felt like they were struggling to find finishes to these matches already.
Right.
Especially fourth quarter, last shot at the tag team titles. A lot of discrepancy, whether, you know, what call should have been made and how that works out. And, yeah, nope. I think they are struggling to really figure out how to end these matches in a way where clearly the momentum and the idea should have went one way, Like, the club should have won those titles a long time ago. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
And then with the current time frame, Cesaro and Sheamus, I think, have told an interesting story and built themselves up. So it's kind of weird now. It's gonna be like, hey, can I mess with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I guess it's just a very weird thing to see, because it's like I'm excited, but at the same time, there is that point where it's like, but when will we see new tag team champions? Will somebody else get that shot now? Will somebody else hold the belt now? Like, are they going to change hands? You know, will they be in the right hands? Is it going to go the way that it should? You know, it's really ridiculously questionable as to how they're going to handle this situation now that the entire, you know, them breaking the record thing is over. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how this goes and, you know, what to do about that.
Right.
What they plan to do about that.
No.
It is what it is. So. But that wasn't was that the end? That was the end.
I mean, that was the end for Monday. I mean, like I said, we kind of ran through the show. For those of you who don't know, Roadblock will set up for a 30-minute Iron Woman match between Sasha Banks and Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
That will take place at Roadblock. Not a lot going on necessarily in the WWE landscape per se. I said that like I'm about to tell a lie. Like, you know, me, myself, personally.
It's funny because I use the word per se all the time, and people think I'm so hilarious when I use it, and sometimes I be dead serious. Like, I'm like, well, you know, I wouldn't really, you know, call it this, that, and the third. You know, let's just talk about this. You know, like, I wouldn't say that he was like that per se. You know, like, like, I don't know. I be telling stories and saying ridiculously random stuff and just throwing that word in there. And a lot of times, I'm probably not even using it in the right context, but it just sounds funny, so I don't really care. Like, I think it's awesome. You know, when you just, it keeps the conversation going. People laugh, ha-ha, you know, you keep it moving, and then they get out your face after a while. You know, it is what it is. I am that person. I don't care. like I will 100% admit that I'm that person that will do stuff like that because, hey, it works. So, anyway, I know I'm getting off the deep end and other deep ends, and I am the queen of, like,
yeah. I mean, I'm letting you go. I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So, with Raw done and we're good there. I don't want to run right into SmackDown, and neither should I. So, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do what we usually do about this time. We're gonna hit a break, come back with some birthdays, and then go down the line. So, you know,
yay!
Down the line. So, you know, hey, we'll be back.
We'll be right back.
Wrestling Ric Flair, and here is the World Heavyweight Champion.
You know, girls, why don't you give it to him one more time? Woo! That's who's standing here today. The World Heavyweight Champion. Only one. And you're looking, oh, girls, I can't stand it. Now I got to talk. We all got to be quiet. Nikita Koloff, we've only just begun. That's the end of it. Dusty Rhodes, don't ever make a mistake of sticking your nose in my business. If I'm down and out, I'll get up and take care of myself. So Dusty Rhodes, remember, when you walk out here, talking Ric Flair, don't think you can walk in that ring and give me a hand or try to help me out and ease the tension in our relationship. Philadelphia, I'm going to tear you down. Pensacola, Florida, when I get to town, we're going to treat all you women, the way women ought to be treated. Because the NWA and some real men are going to take that Civic Center apart, and then we all going to be over at Rodeo, driving the women wild. Miami Beach, get ready. We on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive. Now, Buddy Landell, it's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilt liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
The famous Slick Rick promo. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Because I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. I didn't even play the whole thing out. He said, and this dude out here hollering my name, talking about the late Buddy Landell. He told him, I spent more money around this country on spilt liquor last year than you made. I quit.
This is horrible.
I quit.
Who says things like that? Like, seriously.
The same dude who looked at two announcers and said, look, that's why this jacket costs $800. That's why that jacket costs $200. And I don't even know what that costs because I'd be too ashamed to wear it.
Awful.
This is the same dude with an interview with Toy Schiavone, looked at him dead serious, took his shoes off and said, my shoes cost more than your house. What do you do with that?
Like, what?
My shoes cost more than your house.
You don't do anything with that. You literally just look at them blank stare and be like,
I think we just have to fight on air. Like, I don't really care. Like, no. If I go get this ass whooped, I gotta take this L. We just gotta fight. Like, I don't know what else to do.
I mean, what else can you do? Like,
I don't know to respond with
at
violence.
That point, you gotta swing and be done with it, because you just got disrespected in like 6 different ways, and it was one sentence. Like, seriously, that was straight right there.
Who try to figure out, well, how much does this cost house?
Exactly. No.
How much are them shoes?
No.
Are those our body? Like, it's people trying to figure it out. Nah.
They really do. How much are those worth? Is it real? Like, are you serious?
No,
like,
I don't think there's a dollar amount you can put on
it. You talk about insults. Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, dude, this dude just, like, totally insulting. Like, in every way. Like, you don't take that? That'll be the only words that I really could say. Like, you don't take that? Like, are you really just going to sit there and do nothing right now? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I see.
So it is our favorite segment, birthdays. I don't even know if it's our favorite. I just say that shit every week. So
Keith, you have issues. Like, seriously.
I do. I got issues. My issues got issues. It's a bad state of affairs.
Your issues not to have issues.
They do. I don't know. I don't know who signed them issues. Oh, but anyway, Tuesday would have been the 13th, And that was the birthday of the late, great Junkyard Dog, JYD. JYD would have been 64 if he was still around hanging out with us, which probably wouldn't have, because he probably would have died this year if he wouldn't already did, because 2016 is an evil piece of shit. Sorry. Just got emotional. Took a little left turn. But, hey, man.
Yeah.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Craig Sager. One of the greater basketball personalities and sideline reporters that there's ever been. Did it forever today. Even in spite of the cancer diagnosis, he came out and fought and was on TV, give you that reel, showing you how to coordinate. Way before that was cool, where he had the fly jackets and the shirts and the different colors and the lemon lime and the sparkle. Like, he had it all. So, yeah. I just want to get that in on the show. Also, Keith, you know Alan Thicke died this week?
Yeah, Keith, that done tore me up now. I don't want to talk about it. Like,
Michael Seagal?
Come on, man. It's 2016 has just been horrific. Why? And it's the 15th of December. Like, I really need for January 1st to be here, like, right now.
Right.
Seriously. Like, I just don't need 2016 to do anything else.
No.
Like, it's just done too much. I can't. It seriously did too much. Like, it had already done too much by, like, June. Like, seriously. Like, if you ask me, it had already done too much by, like, April. So, we were 4 months into the year, and the year was already, like, shit. So, just, no. Like, I watched yesterday on Entertainment Tonight, like, them talking about Alan Thicke, and I was just kind of like, like, for real. Like, if you couldn't do anything else, 2016, like, this is what you do, I'm done. Like, I've been done, like, months ago, but, yeah. So, you know how people tell you don't speed up time? Like, live every day like it's your last, and that. Shut up. Shut the fuck up and end 2016 already. Like, seriously. Just let it go. I can't.
Yep.
You would bring that up right now. Like,
okay. So I'm gonna pick the show back up. Keish, I will pick the show back up. I am sorry. I broke the show. It is okay. I have broken things before. Today will be the 15th, which y'all probably gonna hear this to the 16th, except for you people who are live. Eric Young celebrating the birthday. EY turned 37. Shout out to Eric Young, out there, leader of Sanity, which I don't think most people in that group have that, so I don't know why they call it Sanity. Oh, I get it. WWE is corporate, and they just want to keep pretending that they're growing. Oh,
yeah, pretty much.
Did not mean to say that. But tomorrow, the 16th, Luke Harper will be celebrating his birthday. Oh, Luke will be 37 also.
Wait, whoa, Luke Harper is 37?
Yes, he was born in 1979.
Man,
he was 79 kids. He ain't a millennial like y'all. Oh, sorry.
He's 37? Like, I swore Luke Harper was just like, I mean, okay, he looks like he's in his early 30s. But I don't think he's 37. Like, seriously. I'm not saying that there's a look to it. It's just that he don't look like he's 37. Like, I guess. Maybe I just think all wrestlers are like, all like quote unquote newer wrestlers are like in their 20s or something. Is that a misconception?
It's a misconception because you gotta think a lot of them, especially getting to WWE, had to spend at least 10 plus years grinding.
That is true. That's true. Because I mean, AJ Styles has been wrestling for what, like 18 years now.
Yeah, he goes back to like WCW when it was actually open.
Yeah, right. So there's that, and then Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, just to name a few, Yeah. So I guess, that's something that I have to really think about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, I just seen a picture the other day of the Straight Edge Society with Luke Gallows. Like, I was just kind of like, it's funny because I think at one moment I didn't really make the connection until I seen that photo.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was him? Jesus. But that was like years ago. So, yeah. There's that.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
That all happened. Everybody went through it. I had my punk teenage years. But, I'll be on the other side. This is cool. So, we have all that going, Cash Money. You are ready for the news?
Of course, Keith. Because there's a lot. I mean, I know you have some news, and I think I found others. So
yeah, I got like 7 things.
Combine these.
Yeah, I got like 7 things, Keith. And
I think I might have like a couple more. So this is going to be a little jam-packed today, just a little bit. But I'll let you go ahead and start it off because there's some good stuff in here. I mean, like some really good stuff in here.
Okay, yeah. So let's start this off with fun. Five-time WCW champion, one-time WWF champion, making him a 6-time world champion, Hall of Famer, one of the most decorated wrestlers in the history of the business, Booker T. I think he won like 11 or 12 tag team titles. 10 most with his brother, but he still. This is where we at.
Hey, it still counts. It still counts.
Booker T said he running for mayor of Houston in 2019.
Okay, see, go Booker T. Like, I don't know. I'm not judging. Like, I need to stop that. No, Keith's not going to judge today. I'm not saying that he's not equipped to be mayor, because, I mean, seriously, that's not a statement that I am equipped to make. So, Booker T has my full support, and I can't wait to see that happen. I mean, I really honestly cannot wait to see that happen. Like, just the simple fact of him running. That means that, you go through the campaigning and the election and all that kind of stuff. Like, I really want to see how this is going to go. I mean, I don't live in Houston, but I have a friend that does, and I'm definitely going to be like, hey, so, Booker T, running for mayor of Houston in 2019. Like, yeah, I'm just going to make sure he votes for him.
I think he's giving himself some time. He's a business owner in the community. I think he's trying to rebrand, and I'm just sitting here, and I kind of froze on that, and it was like, what's next? Oh, happier news. Vader got better news from a different doctor. For those of you who don't know, Vader has been suffering from congestive heart failure, something that we kind of know instantly about in our family. And
that is true.
He wasn't eating right, doing what doctor told me, man, you keep this up, you ain't going to live for about 2 years. Which nobody wants to hear. That is never, ever a good thing. The only time you can tell me that it's a good thing is if I'm on my deathbed and I only got like 5 hours left.
Right.
Then if you come tell me that, hey, it's been recovered, okay, I'm with you. You got my services for the next year and a half. You know what I mean?
Right.
Something. But let's go.
Well, I'm glad that I'm glad that he got a second opinion. that is something that I think is necessary in those kinds of situations. You do want to always get a second opinion and know what's really going on. So I'm excited for him. I am. Now, I'm going to bring up the next one because I want you to please explain to me and everybody else. Batista not being bothered by gay men. What? I mean, I'm not saying that he should be. Lord, no, I'm definitely not saying that. But I'm not understanding that statement. Can you elaborate, Keith? What is this? What is going on here?
Yeah.
Like,
I can break that down for you. And that was actually on my list. So, yeah, Dave was doing like a toy drive or doing something for a radio station, and basically what happened was he had a picture of him, and, he probably was in his skivvies or whatever, and one of the co-hosts of that radio station, who happens to be a gay male, commented and was like, ooh, you know what I mean? Whoop-de-doo.
Okay.
And apparently, it created some kind of weird firestorm, and it got weird. But I want to give a shout out to Batista. So basically, when the co-host made some comments, and they sent it back to Batista and said, "Hey, hope you didn't feel weirded." Batista said, "No, he's not weirded by the comments, and he welcomes the attention and is thankful." Something to say about the holidays, right? So, crazy enough, Keish, that got weird headlines, and people said different things. And what people don't understand, Batista's mother's a lesbian.
Oh.
So, he's very sensitive to LGBT issues, even though one of his Filipino counterparts, Manny Pacquiao, said gay people should be treated like dogs or shot or something. So, and Batista took great offense to that. And I don't think even Pacquiao, being a boxer, want Batista problems. But
no, he really doesn't.
I want to give a shout out to Dave because that's a very admirable stance.
Right.
I would say this. As heterosexual men in this country, there's one thing that we tend to do. We all like to act like we're so enlightened and so cool and so down, right?
Right.
But at the notion somebody tell you that, some guy like you or something like that, first thing we do is go full on bigot. To try to prove some kind of notion of masculinity and stuff like that. And I'm just saying, I shout out to Dave for just like, yo, man, it ain't that big of a deal.
Yeah. I mean,
live your life.
Unfortunately,
you love you. Because guess what? If you wanted to, you'll do that about it no way, right?
I'm not doing what you can't. Like, I mean, and the way that I take that is, he's thankful. He appreciates the compliment, and it's crazy because, like, you're right. Like, I have seen dudes like literally be like, "Man, I don't want to say that shit," and it's like, but he's paying you a compliment. Like, are you serious? Like, is it that bad that you can't accept a compliment? Like, get out of my face. Like, I really just don't have time for stuff like that. Like, it's just kind of like, oh my God, you're so ridiculous. Because it's not macho, it's just ignorant. Like, it's like, okay, dude, seriously. Like, I see, if you really want me to be technical, I've seen women do it with in the context of women doing it. Like, I've seen women act that way too. So, like, they literally like, nah, she can't call me cute because that's not going the right way. She literally just said, your hair looks good. Like, I'm going to really need for you to say thank you and keep it moving. Like, just... So, shout out to Batista for that. You're awesome. And you definitely have my support, sir. Because I'm definitely going to see Guardians of the Galaxy, too, because the first one was fucking greatness. Like, if you didn't see the first one, please, Lord, just go see that. Because, go buy it on DVD, go watch it on whatever. I don't know if it's on streaming or anywhere, but I know that that movie is greatness and that everybody needs to watch it. I'm just saying. I thought he was awesome.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know. He played good. He was very good as Drax.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back to the news. Chris Hero responds to news that he may be coming back to WWE. He basically told some lazy journalist that, hey man, be a little better about that. Stop snitching in these streets. Now that journalist is Dave Meltzer, who has come under fire as of recent because his deals with a lot of wrestling companies. People love to jump on Meltzer, right?
Right.
I of course not one of those people. I'm trying to learn as much as I can.
I mean, he says a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He puts it out there, but I always want to know like what's real and what's not. So that's definitely something that I always want to make sure that I'm not putting out there in the world too. Is that this was said, but if I feel like it wasn't real, then I just go ahead and be like, well, this rumor is the rumor is, and because definitely not the one that wants to be wrong in that situation. Like, oh man, this happened. No, not at all. So, and I have a couple of things, but I'm going to ask you about. But I'll let you continue, Keith, because I know you got a couple of more things in the news.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Kanye. Thank you. Let me finish.
Of course. But I'm not going to say. Well, do you like keep your famous list? I'm laughing, but that was awful as hell. Like, he didn't have to do no shit like that.
Mm.
I don't even want to talk about Kanye right now. Let's not even get on that subject. Please and thank you. Like, no.
Oh, fair enough.
Right. He tripping. Like, that, ladies and gentlemen, that's about all you're going to get on me on that subject. He's tripping. Like, all the way. Like, tripping. Like, I think he's, like, falling down some stairs tripping. Like, I can't. I'm not dealing with him right now. So, awful.
But, that happened. So, Great Uno is leaving TNA. Former X Division wrestler. I think he might even won the belt at one point. Now, I put this in the notes. I have no clue if it's true. Keish, maybe he said, I take my chances at 205 Live.
Maybe so.
If I come up in the game.
Maybe so.
Right? It was a high-profile NXT Saturday that just hasn't quite turned its corner. But, hey, man, could this guy be the next one? Could he be a guy who takes somebody's spot?
Could he?
Because they like those little mask guys. And then, I don't know. Like, they got a Kalisto already. You know what I mean? But this dude would kind of be like their old version of Tiger Mask. So, I don't know. Like I said, it's just speculation. Like, when I see an X Division wrestler now or somebody who's, like, smaller and has that kind of ilk, I'm thinking, like, oh, wow, they could be going to 205 Live. Because, when a company puts that kind of resources towards something, who knows what can happen.
Right. I hear you.
Yeah. Also, in the news this week, Kevin Owens pissed off a lady who I think did not know that kayfabe is a thing.
No. I think, personal opinion, because I read the letter.
Yeah.
I read the letter that she wrote. And my personal opinion is she became a wrestling fan when her son was old enough to watch wrestling and understand that wrestling is a thing. So, like, yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure before that she never watched wrestling in her life. Like, that's just my personal opinion. Like, I'm pretty sure someone else in the family might have watched wrestling, but it wasn't her. Like, she played with Barbies and was like in love with Malibu Ken like as a kid, and she never got into wrestling. Like that just didn't happen.
Right.
Because someone of her age, and I'm not saying like she's super old or anything, but like all I'm saying is I'm pretty sure she's old enough to where if she watched wrestling earlier in life, she will understand what kayfabe is and wouldn't even be writing this entire letter about how her son's heart was broken. Like, no. Because somewhere in there, she thinks this is real. And it's like, ma'am. like in my mind, I'm like, ma'am, did you not explain to him, like, why this happened? Or are you just going to really sit there and be like, oh, my God, he was just so mean? Like, I mean, really? I mean, I don't want to say that I don't have sympathy for the kid being scared or anything, like, but it's like, I guess because I've been a wrestling fan for so long.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I don't. Yeah,
no.
That's where
no.
I think that's where it comes from inside of me. Like, I've been a wrestling fan for so long, I'm just kind of like.
No, I'll be fair. Him at his worst is as bad as anything has ever been.
Right.
But we right the ship again. Like I said, this morning got a little call. Like, hey man, check the thing. There's a press conference going on. What I was not invited to, even though I wasn't living over there. Just remind people, wasn't invited to the press conference. Cool. Best wrestling journalist in the game. Wasn't invited to the press conference. Fine, but I digress.
No, you know people ain't right about that. That's not right. That's just awful. Like, they need to get their lives together, seriously. They can't do things like that anymore. We can't be missing press conferences, Keith.
Okay. But
I'm not with it.
I got the message. I was there at time. I tuned in. It was on Facebook. And it announced that, hey, they talked about the different brands and the different goals and stuff like that. And NXT turned to its own big business, right?
Right.
Well, they're searching for another internet soda.
Really?
Yeah. So, basically, WWE announced a UK championship.
Oh, man.
January 14th and 15th, there will be a tournament of 16 men that will compete to be the first ever UK champion. Not to be confused with the European Championship, but they'll be the first ever UK champion. Yeah, that happened. IP dresses are set and all that stuff. But yeah, so January 14th and 15th will be the tournament, 16-guy tournament. Now, in the press conference, Triple H says, because we want the success of NXT and, SmackDown, whatever. Hopefully, this thing takes off and we, got ourselves a TV on our hands. But, so yeah, they hope, ideally, the dream is that after the tournament, they get enough buzz cracking where they are able to make this a standalone brand, and that brand would be able to sustain itself kind of like how NXT currently does. And it would be shot over there in the UK. Now, this is the caveat for it. It would be shot in the UK. It'd have a UK crew, UK wrestlers, and it would air on UK television over there.
That sounds absolutely awesome.
Right. Like, I would love to have it on the network so we could watch it on the network and kind of keep up. And then when they would have mega shows, you could. I would separate Raw, SmackDown definitely there. Right?
Right.
Maximize, Ruby, walk away.
Well, I am all up in for it, and I definitely support it. So
yeah,
I'm with it.
It's gonna be interesting. So yeah, that's going down. And so without further ado, Keish, let's get to SmackDown And then
wait a minute.
Oh,
I have.
I forgot something else. Go yours first. You first.
Well, no, I want to make sure that we're not running into the same story.
Okay.
So,
today, Kofi Kingston had to issue a statement. Not apologies, but basically explaining a photo that was tweeted out that I have shared on the Radio Time Pro Wrestling Facebook page, our Facebook group. It's on my personal Twitter. It's on the Radio Time Pro Wrestling Twitter. Big E tweeted out a photo that consists of the New Day, Sasha Banks, and Rich Swann. They all hold the belts, and the hashtag was Black Excellence.
I have shared that on Facebook, by the way.
Do you know that pissed people off? Or
of course, Keith. Like
it made people say
not
that they were trying to be black supremacists.
Like seriously?
First of all, haven't met a black supremacist. Would love to meet one. I think it'd be freaking hilarious.
Is that even a thing? Like, really, seriously, is that even a thing?
If you can have a man's rights activist, you can have anything. Yes, that somebody called himself that on Twitter, a men's rights activist. So yeah, Keisha, I'm floored, but I'm open to the possibility of anything stupid. But yeah, so people were pissed. They took excellence to equal supremacy. Now, shout out to Kofi Kingston, Boston College grad, incredibly smart brother. He laid out a nice open letter to the fans and people and explained the photo, which shouldn't have needed explaining. It just, you sorry pieces of shit, you ignorant, non-reading people. If you can't look at that photo and just leave, okay, look, to my fellow brothers and sisters, the black people, no explanation is needed. You know the drill. We dug it, right?
Right.
To everybody else, if you don't like it, shut the fuck up and find something else to do. Because that wasn't for you.
Right.
Right? That moment wasn't for you. That moment is for a marginalized group of people who are largely still disenfranchised by the current legal system and political system. And they sat there and looked at the success of some of their own who traditionally in a business don't get to have certain levels of success because, hey, that business is trying to appease the masses and the masses is full of racist fucks like y'all. So they were very proud that these groups of people were all together at one time, because usually when they are successful in this business, not at the same time, but these people are all successful at the same time, but just happen to be people of color, and they just want to celebrate that. They all have very unique and distinct different roots, because they are all from like different parts of the country, have different family breakdowns and setups of that nature. So they embraced it all. One woman, 4 guys, a bunch of title belts, and happy.
What? I mean, really, it's really that simple. It is really that simple, and I really hate it that people have made it like 10 times more than what it is. It is literally like that simple. It is literally that simple. Like, hey, we all are excited to be all holding titles at the same time. Right. And we just want to celebrate that. Can we have our moment? Like, like, me personally, I am that one. Like, can we please just have our moment? Thank you. Like, that's it. And people are really seriously like, oh my God, this is just ridiculous. This sucks. They're like really turning this into like a hate thing. If they don't hate it, like they think that the 5 of them are trying to turn it into a hate thing. They're trying to make all black people who just seem so much superior. That is not what is happening in that photo, people. Like, you know how you win an award and like you post it on Facebook and you show everybody the award you won because you're so excited about it?
Right.
Like, I know y'all go through Facebook all the time or Instagram or whatever and see pictures of people with degrees, weddings, babies, like just new cars, just a new house, happiness. Can they do that for their titles? Like, seriously. Oh, because it has the hashtag Black Excellence, all of a sudden it's become more than what it is. It really didn't, but y'all made it that way. So thank you for blowing this up 10 times worse than what it should have been. Because it didn't even take all that. It really didn't. But, you know, whatever. Like, I'm not even finna get on this soapbox tonight because I can do this all day long. But I won't.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Are we ready for my news story?
Yes, we are.
Because I only have one. Well, I have two, actually, at this point. And I don't know how true this is or not.
Okay.
I really don't. But this is coming from Wrestling News Source. So, the Nevada Athletic Commission has fined Brock Lesnar $250K and he gets 1 year for suspension for failed drug tests. This was Thursday, which was yesterday. Well, today, actually. The former UFC heavyweight champion was suspended for a year, and it's due to 2 failed drug tests in relation to his UFC 200 bout against Mark Hunt. He's agreed to pay the $250,000 fine as a settlement agreement with the Nevada Attorney General's office, and his win against Hunt will be overturned into a no contest as well. So instead, in the record books, it will not be that he won against Mark Hunt. It will be that it's been overturned. It was just a no contest. So pretty much there is no winner. He tested positive for hydroxychloroquine. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. But it was prior to the fight with Mark Hunt. First in an out-of-commission USDA drug test on June 28th, and then in an in-competition test the day the fight had happened. So prior to the fight, he failed 2 drug tests, and pretty much he still fought. And then now they're like, oh, well, we're going to rule it as a no contest instead of you being the winner. So, yeah, that happened. Whatever. Sorry. Don't want my personal feelings in there, but I'm just kind of like, are you serious? Apparently, at some point, Zack Ryder tweeted about his knee surgery. The tweet just simply says, get a knee surgery, 2 days and missing, Rogue One, but everything happens for a reason. I'll be back. WrestleMania 32 is just the beginning. Okay. Like, I don't know when this tweet was sent out, but this was something that was posted today. So I'm guessing the tweet happened today. Because Rogue One comes out, what, next week? Or the week after?
It may be coming out today for Tuesday purposes.
Yeah, exactly. So, he said WrestleMania 32 was just the beginning, so I'm guessing that will be around the time that he will return. And that's it. That's all I have. That's all I got. So we can go ahead and turn into SmackDown now, because I'm definitely done with my news. That's all I needed to hear. That, you know, Batista's, you know, I mean, not Batista, but Brock Lesnar and his foolishness. Like, that's really what it is to me. That's just foolishness. Just bye. I don't have time for it. You know, Keisha's done with it. I'm done with it. I read that and was like, are you serious? But, you know. I mean, it's one thing if you find out, like, if this was, like, after the fact and this was a totally different situation, but it's not, so, okay. SmackDown. Should I start it off? I think I'm going to start it off.
Go for it.
So we had the opening segments of SmackDown. Started off with Miz TV. Miz's guest was actually, in the words that I'm going to use to describe it, was more so of an honor guest because it was the WWE champion AJ Styles. So, of course, the two have been kind of chummy with each other. They really haven't really been at odds. But then Miz is like, yeah, AJ, you know, you're good and everything, but I'm better. So I think it's time for me to focus on getting out of this Intercontinental title and just making the WWE Championship better. Because you're not doing it, but I know I can. And, of course, AJ takes offense to that. And then here comes Dean. And right when the egos were starting to clash, Dean comes trotting to the ring. The two jump out. And then, bam, here comes Dolph. And Dolph is like, hey, you know, y'all two paper champions just love to run your mouths, you know, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you won't come in this ring and fight. He gets hit with a skull-crushing finale. Dean hits Miz with a dirty deed. And then he hits Dolph with a dirty deed. And then out of nowhere comes Luke Harper and hits Dean with this, like, ridiculous clothesline. And then, like, he points at AJ like, hey, dude, I want your title. So that was the opening segment of Raw. I mean, SmackDown, and
you pretty much laid it down. Here's what I got out of it. I like the chippiness between AJ and Miz, because AJ's like, "Hey man, ain't nobody on my level," and Miz responded properly.
Right.
You ain't about to sit here and act like, dog, you the baddest motherfucker on the planet. So,
exactly.
People are paper champs and people have cheated. So Dolph has a point, but Dolph is not the person to make the point because Dolph has lost clean, and he lost that ladder match clean as fuck.
He really did.
Like, I don't know if he was there, but he lost that ladder match clean as hell.
Right. There was zero interference with that ladder match, but you know, let's not remind him of that. No, we're not going to do that.
I don't know what they doing with Dolph. I don't even know. Leah sat there and asked me about Dolph. I'm like, I can't explain Dolph Ziggler.
Because Dolph Ziggler is hard to explain. And the reason is because 1 week, he's like the hottest thing going, and then like the next, he's quickly have just become a part of the background. So you don't know how to really calculate or even really explain Dolph Ziggler, you know? Because I personally believe that Dolph is a great wrestler, but at the same time, there's like this creative niche that just doesn't click right with Dolph, you know? Like, I really don't know what it is with him, but it's something missing. And I think that they know it too. Like, everybody knows it. There's something missing with Dolph. And you have to create something around him for it to kind of be there. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's just that when he stands on his own, it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really, I feel like Dolph was kind of a better, I really want to say this in the best way possible. Dolph at times is just a better heel than he is a face. like personally, that's just my personal opinion. I think Dolph's just a better heel than he is a face. Like, he's just better off that way. But I don't know if that fixes the problem. I don't even know if that does anything for him. I just know that it might, you know? Somehow, in some way, they got to figure out how to work Dolph Ziggler into this thing to where it actually works. Because right now, it's just kind of just weird. And it just looks like a puzzle piece that you're just trying to fit into a space that it's not supposed to go into. So, I think they'll get it together with Dolph. But, you know, we still got a whole another, hour and like 20 minutes of SmackDown to talk about. So, so let's continue, shall we?
Yeah. No doubt. I'm ready to continue. So Carmella defeated Natty in a match where she, I guess, this is to try to prove that Natty did not attack Nikki Bella, but I'm pretty confident, we are all confident that Natty hit Nikki Bella in the back of the head.
Oh, no. There is no confident about it. We know she did that.
How is Carmella a suspect? Wasn't she in the ring when that shit happened?
She was in the ring when it happened. Every other member of the team was out there, but Nikki and Natalya. That's it. They were the only two that weren't out there. So pretty much what Natalya is saying is Carmella hit her upside the head before she walked out. Okay, what sense does that make? You know what I'm saying? Are you serious? And that's pretty much to me, that's the only theory that makes sense. One of them knocked her upside the head before they walked out there. Yeah, it was Natalya. It was Natalya that did that. I thought it was Natalya from the start. Are you serious? I thought it was Natalya the night of Survivor Series when she joined the team. Because I was like, Natalya wanted to be a part of that team. She didn't want to sit on no sideline as no coach. She wanted to be a member of the team, and that was her way of getting on to the team. That's that extra fake concern for Nikki's well-being. Come on, man. Y'all really think y'all fooling somebody with that? You weren't fooling me. I guarantee you, when they put out there in another 3 weeks or so, however long it's going to take them to do it, that Natalya was the one that hit her upside the head, you can put in the books that Keisha and Keith Hope went on ahead and told y'all that happened, because it did. I don't know what I don't know what y'all thinking. I have been waiting all week to put that out, to say that. I don't know if you can tell, Keith, but I have been waiting just to get that out of my system, because I'm telling you, I don't know why people think they fooling somebody. You ain't fooling me. You come on, man. Natalya hit that girl upside the head. And you know what? If we gonna stick with this, Nikki ain't talking to Natalya because she know. I'm so confused. You ain't confused. You know she hit you upside the head. How else did she get on the team? Stop playing.
It's kind of this is about as bad as watching 96 WCW and Sting is confused of how Lex is hitting him in the head and he losing these matches. But Lex is my friend.
I'm just saying. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Really? Really though?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that. There was a tag team battle royal to see who was going to be the number one contender for the Wyatt's tag team titles.
Keith, where were the Usos?
Do not know.
Can we answer that question? Can somebody answer that question for me? Because when it was said that, the entire SmackDown tag team division, I said, no, it's not. Where the Usos? Because they're part of the SmackDown tag team division, and they weren't there. So what happened with that? Are we just going to exclude the Usos? Are we just going to say that the Usos was just not a part of SmackDown tag team division anymore? When this happened?
No, that's not what's happening. I'm going to say that maybe they had some issues in travel and just could not make it at the appointed time because this is probably one of your best tag teams on the show.
Of course.
And, yeah, I'm just going to say that something happened, right? And to be fair, they probably just didn't have no players to put them in the match against the Wyatts because they're a heel team now. And they're not going to match them up like that. But,
and I understand it. But I really just wanted to know where they were. Because I'm like, what were the Usos? I don't see the Usos out there. Y'all said that the Usos was, I mean, ain't nobody said nothing about the Usos. They didn't even mention them. They was just like, yeah, tag team battle royal. And I'm like, okay, but where the Usos at? Like, they weren't even in the picture. They weren't mentioned, nothing. Like, nobody said anything. They was just missing. And, like, nobody even mentioned that they were missing.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, but
I thought it was
I was like, if that's how we gonna roll, then I guess I'll roll with you, because I don't know what to.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that.
I'll say this: I thought that it turned out pretty good. I thought the guys worked their ass off. Each team had two chances, because basically the last person standing won it for their team, which was Zack Ryder,
right,
who won it for the Hype Bros. But then occurred a knee injury right after.
Yes, he did.
So, yeah, this is also why I prefer people to dial in and stuff like that. But, yeah, he made it work. So, I don't know. But Zack Ryder's knee is out. And I don't know what that means for that match. Because this is supposed to go out on the 27th. And I don't know how long Ryder's hurt.
Well, I know. I'm just gonna make a prediction, like according to the tweet. You know, him having the knee surgery and all of that. It sounds like to me he won't be back until WrestleMania. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like to me he won't be back until around WrestleMania time. So that gives him like a whole 3 months. Almost 4? Because it's December now. WrestleMania is, August? I mean, not August, but April? Like, early April? So, yeah. I mean, from what I can see, he's going to be back sometime around that time, maybe a little before. That's just my speculation, assumption, prediction, however you want to word it. That's just how I see it right now. So, I mean, that's just coming off of the tweet that he put out about his knee surgery. Because these things can be very expensive. So, you never know. But then again, we see people in WWE bounce back from rehab, way faster than we expect.
Yeah.
So who knows? He might be back way earlier than we think.
Yeah, he may be. But right now they got to find a number one contender. I feel bad for Mojo. Because, when you're in a tag team, especially like a tag team like that, where the identity is the team.
Right.
Ooh, what they going to do with him? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it worked perfectly with the tag team, because separately, somebody needs to get that boy a drug test.
Right. Right. It's funny, people think we're joking, like, no, like, so serious. Like, horrifically serious. Like, somebody really does need to, like, see what's in his water. Like, every day. Because Red Bull don't do all that. I'm just saying.
You don't give you wings?
No, because I don't drink that crap. I can't. Like, I haven't drunk Red Bull since college, like, literally. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't partake in those games. I don't have time for that. So.
No doubt. So, Becky Lynch defeated Alexa Bliss via count out. I really try to soak in the idea with Alexa Bliss being the champ.
It's hard.
Right.
And the reason why it is for, in my personal opinion, is because I'm not saying that she's not credible. It's just I don't feel like I don't feel her as a champion. Like, it's I see the belt on her and I see her. I don't think her character is enough, like, for that right now. Like, I don't think, like, personality-wise, she can hold it together, like, for the championship. And not only that, but then when you pull, I mean, it's one thing to pull heel stunts, because of course that's what heels do.
Right.
But it's another, like, but you know, most times heels, they come out there, they beat up a person, you know, for the fun of it, and then they leave. Like, she did an okay job with that on SmackDown, but it was just kind of like, okay, Alexa, like, you really have to show that this is the right move right now, because of the simple fact that there's too many people that I'm pretty sure are against this. Like, the ones in creative, of course, are for it, because if they weren't, then it would have never happened. But I'm not just speaking about them. I'm talking about, like, people that are watching, the fans, the ones in the crowd, the ones watching on TV. Like, I don't discredit Alexa because of her size. I don't want anybody to think, like, I think because she's, like, the shortest women's wrestler that they have, like, she's just not that good. That's not it, because Carmella's tall and everything, and she sucks. Like, just, it's not even that at all. It's not about size. It's about, to me, it's like, to be an incredible wrestler, there's like a package. You know what I'm saying? And Alexa is missing a couple of things from her package. That's all it really is. To me, I think she's good in the ring. I do. I give her credit for that. But it's kind of like, sometimes when she's on the mic, or when she's, even with her own ring, with her entrance presence, it's just kind of like, okay, you might need to work on that a little bit. And, you know, what do I know? I'm just a fan. Like, I'm just a fan that watches every week and peeps these things out. But this is just all my personal opinion of, like, what I see when it comes to Alexa Bliss. So, like, with her having a title right now, I just think that it's kind of, like, too early for that. But, I mean, there's plenty of other women, and like, people be like, well, who else is going to hold the title? I mean, no, I wouldn't give it to Carmella because she's awful. Like, that's just not going to work. But there's plenty of other women in the back that can work with that belt. You know what I'm saying? Other than Alexa. So, and that's well deserving. You know, so, like, I think it's just that time to, like, see what happens. But, and I hate to say it, but, like, one of my favorite picks will probably have to turn heel again in order to even think about getting close to that title belt. But we're not going to get on that either. Like, I'm not even going to go into that whole spiel because that'll take me another, like, 10 minutes or so. And I'm trying to get to the Roadblock preview, so we're going to continue with that. I mean, Keith, I don't want to cut you off, but I know
I'm letting you cook. I'll let you cook, Keith. That's what we do. I'll let you cook.
Of course.
So, Roadblock. WWE Roadblock.
Wait.
Oh, do we not discuss that Dolph Ziggler's the number one contender for the SmackDown title?
No, we didn't talk about that.
Yes.
We didn't talk about that at all.
So, because we got to a fatal four-way where Dean, Luke, and Miz, and it was an elimination fatal four-way, so we got people up out the paint one by one.
Right.
I thought it was a good showcase for Luke Harper. Like, he looked strong, and it looked like Luke been in the gym because his arms got some definition.
Did you see that? Like, when he, like, held his arm out, you know, in front of AJ, like, in the beginning of the show, I was like, dude.
He had a power bomb that killed Dolph Ziggler that I don't understand how they... So, that he kicked out of that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm pretty sure had that been me, I would have been like, nope.
They're like, that's not how this match is scheduled. Fuck you.
Well, it is now, so come up with another plan, because I'm going to the back.
Like, I better write something else.
Right. Right.
That's when
I would have seen that and been like, nah, we're gonna change that. We're gonna change that. Like, that's not gonna work.
That's when them, like, after he was done, I bet you, if you asked him, they're like, I'm Batman.
Right. Like, no. That's one of those when if somebody asks you, like, are you okay? You just shove them off. Like, you literally just mush them in the face.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious?
Do I look okay?
Like, don't ask me no stupid ass questions like that. Like, are you for real? But I doubt it. Like, but yeah, you're right. That powerbomb was devastating. Like, I mean, it hurt me, and I'm not even one on the receiving end of that shit. So I'm like, I don't see how he even continued, let alone win. Like, I was just like, oh, dude, for real. But I was wondering if they was going to let someone other than Dean win this match. Like, I was really seriously contemplating on if that's how this was going to go. You know what I'm saying? So for them to let Dolph become the number one contender, I'm like, so is this like number one contender like he faces him at the next pay-per-view number one contender? Or is this number one contender like he's just filling that space until James Ellsworth can get his quote-unquote title match? You know, like... Yeah,
oh no, this is for December 27th SmackDown. So apparently they are putting a lot into the 27th SmackDown. It was the last SmackDown of the year. That's when the tag team title match is supposed to be. Word on the street, John Cena will be back for that SmackDown.
Yes, he will. That is what's being said. He will return for that SmackDown. But the question is, what is he going to do? Like, you know, it'd be funny, and I know this is not going to happen, but you know, it'll be utterly hilarious if he just comes out and he's just like, you know what, I can't stand any of y'all. Like, F all y'all, you make me sick. Like, it took me so long to come back to this hellhole because, you know, I can't stand to see y'all faces. You all suck. You know, it's like, Cena, where have you been? I mean, I know that's not going to happen, but you know, I actually, if it did, I literally would just laugh. I would laugh so hard because I'd be like, are you serious? Like, is this really happening right now? I would literally rewind that moment for like a good 30 minutes and be like, yeah, that really did just happen. So, me and my hopes and dreams, you know, like, I just wait for those moments where people will just come out and they go from being like a face to a heel or a heel to a face. You know, I live for those moments. I always have and I always will. When you just know, like, they're going to come out there, they're going to get on that mic, or they're going to bust that person in the face, or they're just going to do something that you're just going to be like, are you serious? Like, I live for those moments. I do. So, I always hope for something, like, ridiculous to go on like that. I mean, it might not even happen. You know, I know I might be way over my head, but hey, it doesn't hurt to dream, right? Like, it doesn't hurt to dream. Not even just a little bit. So. But, yeah. So, Dolph's number one contender.
Yeah.
I personally think that's going to be an exciting match to see.
Yeah, no, I think
him and AJ.
I think him and AJ are going to perform. I think AJ is going to win, of course. But other than that, and I mean, it would have been nice if they'd have gave Luke Harper or not, but that they're not ready for that. They're not ready for that because that's the Wyatts as a whole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that I was remiss that in the we didn't do it in the news, but when we was talking about the European or the UK champion, you know who's going to host that?
William Regal.
No. Nigel McGuinness.
Really?
Nigel McGuinness of ROH. Now, apparently, word on the street is, now I ain't want to gossip, but you ain't heard this from me. Yeah, he left some bad blood with ROH doing this.
Really?
Because he kind of left in the middle of the night, right? Like, he kind of just said he really ain't, I don't know if they still have some commitments or they still have some ideas. They didn't know. But, yeah, he's going to go. And here's the thing. This is a long time coming. For those of you who don't know about one Nigel McGuinness, he was supposed to sign with WWE a long time ago. Him and Daniel Bryan signed at the same time. They both was coming over from ROH at the same time, right?
Right.
McGuinness never could pass his physical. He went to TNA for a little bit. He had a match. He was Desmond Wolfe. He beat Kurt Angle when he first got in, and then they couldn't do nothing else with him. He went back to ROH, where he never wrestled again, but he's been working, you know, as a commentator and stuff like that, doing that kind of stuff. And he has been working, you know, as an on-screen authority figure. Just been working hard, right?
Right.
But in the meantime, you know, he decided to come back to where he wanted to be, and that's in the WWE, and he will be in his home country working it out and being a part of that UK tournament and getting that thing kicked off pretty good. So,
well, all right.
Yeah, I want to make that the big thing. He was at the press conference, and it was just, that was a huge deal. So, yeah. So now that we in with that, are we ready to?
Of course.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we be, Keith? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. Just make sure we got all the tribute to the troops. There was a nice little funny moment that happened at Tribute to the Troops.
Yes, it was.
So
yes, it was.
That happened Wednesday. Knew that it was a different tribute to the troops too. Like, I thought there was gonna be at some base somewhere, but they actually recorded it. Yeah, I was watching, and New Day was talking about their exciting and current status as legendary group. And then the Bullet Club, well, the club showed up, not Bullet Club, with AJ and Gallows and Anderson, and they was like, yo, man, we one of the most dominant forces in the world, and da-da-da, and we one of the most dominant forces in the industry ever, da-da-da. And they was standing there looking at each other and talking, and then the Shield showed up.
All three of them.
Yes.
Together.
Just
standing there.
Like, hey, can you believe this? And I was like, whoa.
And it was funny because it was Dean that said it to Roman. Roman was like, bro. No.
And it was looking, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, triple threat. I want a triple threat 6-man tag. I want all of this right now. Right now.
Like, and it's funny because it didn't. Of course, it didn't happen. But like, that would have been awesome. Oh, it would have been incredible. I hate that they didn't make that happen. Like, I was so bad. I was like, really? So you're just not gonna? Okay. So you really are just not gonna do this? Okay, fine, whatever. But don't get people hopes up like that either. Gonna put all three Shield members together and then don't have them wrestle together. Like, really? Is this really just what we're doing now? Like, seriously?
I think they're going to bring them back. They just don't know when they're going to do it. That's all.
Ah, man. God, they can't do me like that, man. They're just teasing folks. They can't be teasing people like that. That's just rude. It's rude and inconsiderate. I'm just saying. It is. Rude and inconsiderate, and I don't like it. Like, just don't do stuff like that. It's awful. Anyway, let's get the Roadblock.
Okay. So, this is the second annual WWE Roadblock. Last year, they used it as a buffer between WrestleMania and Royal Rumble. This year, it is exclusively hosted by the Raw brand because now we have separate brands. And I guess this is the buffer between Royal Rumble and Survivor Series. So, we are here. We had about 7 matches. And I think it's just going to be one of those ones where we kind of set the table. I don't expect too many big changes. But we're going down the line. We're going to preview the event. We're going to book our show. And then we're done. Wow, Keish, we have went almost... Did we go 2 hours? I'm sorry. No, we're an hour and 40 minutes in. I don't think we went 2 hours yet. Okay, so, yeah.
We're close.
Hey, everybody. What's up, TV Land?
Hey. Okay, let me not. Yeah. Party.
Party people. Oh, sorry.
No, don't start that.
Tag team. Oh, okay, sorry.
Don't not start that. Lord, no.
So the show's gonna kick off, and the kickoff match will be Big Cass versus Rusev, because he called out Rusev on Raw because you know the issues that Rusev has had with Enzo and stuff like that. And he tired of him picking on a little homie.
Of course.
Here's the thing. I'm not really excited to see this match, but I watch it. Here's what I got. Here's what I got for you. Big Cass is probably gonna win this match. For no other reason than one, I never believe in the Rusev push, so it only can go so far. Secondly, I think they're going to use this as some kind of weird tension between Enzo and Cass.
And then break them up as a tag team?
Maybe. Also, I think they still got too many high hopes for Cass. So they can't have him take any kind of weird losses.
Right.
So this is going to be him protecting the little homie. And it's just what it's going to be. Lana may get involved. There may be some shenanigans there. It may be a point where Lana causes a distraction to Rusev, and Enzo and Lana cause a distraction, and then Cass takes out Rusev. I don't know. But I'm booking Cass to win this match. It's kind of weird that it's going to be on a kickoff show, but I think they just don't have enough depth in the overall story yet. So they're just going to use it in the kickoff. And really, they probably don't even need to have this match, but I'll go with Cass beat Rusev.
I mean, I really don't usually choose winners in the pre-show matches because I mean, there's pre-show matches. I don't really watch them anyway. But I don't agree. I don't think that Rusev will necessarily take the win, and that's just because of the simple fact that I don't see will be the point in that. So Cass, of course, would be successfully defending his friend's honor, but then again, you could have that weird twist to it, hey, let me do what I do and be a man, and all that kind of stuff. So there's no telling how this is gonna go. But that's pretty much all I can really throw in there about that one in particular, because it's a 7-footer going against Rusev, and it's just kind of really weird to kind of play off of, just because of the simple fact of what we've seen has happened to Rusev in the past. So it's just all right, so is this what we're going through again? Is this a cycle that we're going to continue? But yeah. So Big Cass over Rusev in the pre-show.
Right. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Okay. Chris Jeri-KO versus Seth Rollins. I think this is a no-brainer. I'm going to go with Seth Rollins.
Right. We agree.
I think,
we're on the same page about that one.
Yeah, I think they just use this as a buffer match, but Rollins wins.
But what if, because I have been thinking about this the entire time, what if Triple H just comes out of nowhere and just kind of like beeline Seth, and then, I mean, he wins by like disqualification, but still, like, he gets the crap beat out of him by Triple H, and then what? Like,
I think Triple H, like, they're gonna, because he watched Triple H,
right?
I think Triple H is on that one time a year kind of thing now, maybe 2 times a year. So at best, I think we won't see Triple H until Royal Rumble. If I'm banking, I think Triple H shows up at Royal Rumble and costs Seth something huge. Like Seth have a shot at winning the Rumble, or Seth is in a world title match at the Rumble. Like in the Universal title match. Maybe it's a triple threat or a fatal 4-way for the title at Royal Rumble. And Triple H costs Seth the title in that match. Or Seth is a member, he's a part of the Rumble, and Triple H cost him in the Rumble. Right? Either way, he's going to cost him a title shot. But it's going to be at the Rumble. And then that will set up the WrestleMania match between those two. But I think
it's going to be deep.
I think Seth beating Jeri-KO here is just another notch in his belt. It kind of shakes off some of the losing or some of the mishaps he's had in the last couple of months, and it just puts him back on the right track.
Exactly.
It'll be a solid win against with a guy who looks like he should be in the main event picture. That way, it'd be ready for Triple H.
Of course. Man, that's going to be a good match whenever we see it. Okay. So, let me know.
Rich Swann will defend the Cruiserweight Championship in a triple threat with T.J. Perkins and Brian Kendrick. I think Rich Swann will keep that belt. I see no reason why to take it off of him right now.
It's possible for them to remove the Brian Kendrick, like, and I don't know. I guess because I just the thing with T.J. Perkins and Brian Kendrick, I'm just ready for that to be over. But there's nothing that I can do about that. So
I think it's going to go for a while. That they may cost each other the belt, and then they might have one big blow-off one-on-one match for them to leave each other alone after that.
Right.
I know they like Kendrick because he's older, and he will. He's good to work with the guys. He understands a lot. He's been around. He's a KG vet. Also, it's a good redemption story for them. Like, hey, man, this guy went out of our system. He lost his way, but he's back now.
Brian Kendrick is awesome anyway. Like, he's greatness. Like, I love the Brian Kendrick. It's just this whole him and TJ Perkins thing is just annoying. That's all it is.
Because I think what's going to happen, him and TJ are going to finish their issue, and they're going to spin Rich out of this, and he's going to end up with somebody else is going to ascend to that number one contender spot. But for right now, I think Rich Swann is going to keep his title.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Okay.
Neither one of them is going to have a belt walking out of here. It's going to stay with the champ. I mean, he hasn't had it long enough for them to be doing a title change that soon anyway. So. Yeah,
but that's never stopped him before. But
you already know that. But
that being said, I think
there's always NXT and 205 Live. So other than Raw itself, so there's that. But
next match, Braun Strowman will take on Sami Zayn. I don't think we went this far building up Monster Braun for him to lose.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm going to go as far as to not sit here and say that I don't think that he's just going to, like, completely smash Sami. Like, I think that they might go about half of the 10-minute time limit, but I don't think that he's gonna like completely just come in there and just and then that's over. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, this is what's gonna happen. This is gonna be his, and I'm doing air quotes, real test, right? So, what Strowman has been doing is crushing jobbers.
Right.
This will be more difficult than a jobber. And I think they're going to try to accomplish two things. Strowman's going to win, and it's going to look powerful. But we're going to respect the gutsy effort of Sami Zayn. We're going to watch Sami, and then after it's over, with Strowman leave him laid out, they're going to wake him up, and we're going to watch Sami stand up and barely be able to stand and try to walk out, and everybody going to clap for him. Now, maybe some shenanigans happen with this match. Maybe Foley stops the match early. And then there's some more tension between Zayn and Foley about this situation because Foley can't let go and don't want the same things to happen to him that happen to another wrestler, right? And that could be played out long term. Or, like I said, I think we could go with Braun with it. Let's say it's about a 10-minute match. And Sami gives him some tussle here and there. And even gets to a point where he just like he get on his back and get that sleeper locked in or something, and make you believe he has a chance before they crush him. Because they need to, they want you to respect the effort that Sami Zayn put up.
I agree. I mean, I could see how that goes. You know, Sami definitely would be fit for that kind of look. Personally, I would love to see them put Sami in that light, you know. But my thing is, I don't want them to do all of this just so Sami fades off in the background somewhere. Like, if you're going to put both of them through this much stuff, then you really need to be simultaneously building both of them towards something bigger than where they're at right now. So I'm excited for this match to happen just because of the simple fact that I'm excited for how it's going to kind of elevate Sami's career and where he's at right now. It's going to be interesting to definitely watch and see. But it's going to be a very... I can honestly say, like, in my personal opinion, it's going to be kind of an uncomfortable thing to watch. So, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Well, so yeah, Sami and Braun. The New Day will defend their tag team championships against Cesaro and Sheamus. With the record broken now, is it time to move on to new champs?
It is time to move on to new champs, and we're going to have them. We're going to have new champs when this is over with. Guess who's going to be a new champ? Cesaro and Sheamus. That's who's going to be our new champions. I mean, I love the New Day. I do. But now that the record is broken, they no longer need to have the tag team titles because the record is broken. They are now in the books. They're good. Now, unless they just want to extend this out for like another week or two just to, you know, kind of add salt to the wound, then fine. You know, do what you do. But it's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? They don't need that to happen. They could just go ahead and give the belts to Cesaro and Sheamus and let us go on into tag team bliss with some new tag team champions. You know? Like, I personally believe that this is going to be the time in which this happens. This is going to be the time in which it happens. So, our new tag team champions will be Cesaro and Sheamus. Don't get me wrong, I love the New Day. I do. I love the New Day. But I think this is a time where someone else wears the tag team titles, even if it's just for a little while. you know? So, we'll see. But that's just where I'm at right now. I mean, and now you have Cesaro and Sheamus actually, like, wholeheartedly on the same page, and they're actually making this happen. So, who knows how this could go or how different it's going to be. But I know that I am going to be watching and seeing how they play this out. Oh, my God, Keith, what if New Day does win? Like, what do we do with that? That's the question that I have. Like, I know, you can still have the option to just love them and, keep dancing with them and, be done with it. But what if that just doesn't, what if that people are just kind of like, okay, I'm done with this. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they're just complete heels again. Who knows, man? Who knows? I just don't want to see it happen.
Yep.
I really don't. That's my tag team predictions for the moment. Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yeah.
There.
I'm going to go. I think Cesaro and Sheamus pull it off this time. I think we teased and we teased and we teased. And you got to come at us with one title change. And I think that's the one.
Yay!
All right. So that leaves us with Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal title. Simpler than all of them. Kevin Owens will retain the title. Does Kevin Owens have to win? I don't know, but he will retain the title. Could he get himself DQ'd or somebody get DQ'd or something like that? I don't know, but I guarantee he'll procure the title.
Yeah, the title's not changing hands. I love Roman. I do, but right now, I don't see him having the title belt. Like, I don't think I see him having the Universal title unless he drops the United States title at some point. Like, I think that has to happen first before he is given the Universal title. I don't know if they realized when he did have the title that I wouldn't say it was a mistake. I just think that it wasn't supposed to be at that time. But I think now that he's the United States champion right now, and everybody sees that and everybody knows that. But at the same time, like, I don't think they're ready for him to hold two belts, let alone the Universal title. So, even if it's a clean win, hook by crook, count out, whatever, Kevin will definitely keep his belt for right now. I think the place where he loses it at is either like Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, but he's definitely not going to lose it at Roadblock. So, him and Roman are just going to kind of just tear each other apart. I think that's the best thing that I'm going to get out of this match. Period, point blank, the end.
Okay. Like I said, I think Kevin walks away with the belt. He doesn't have to win. Count out, disqualification. He walks out with the belt. Next match. Finals. Sasha Banks, main event. Charlotte for the Women's Raw title. Does Charlotte take her first ever pay-per-view loss this week?
This is hard for me to say because, I'm not making like a statement that I've like generally put together or anything. What I'm saying is I have wrecked my brain trying to assess what woman will come out of this match, the women's champion. And it's because we have seen Sasha and Charlotte battle it out. Hell in a Cell, We've seen them do no false count anywhere, no disqualification, just regular matches. Like, it's been a ride with these two. Now, I know that people are like, well, 30-minute Iron Man, like, what else can they do? Last man standing. Well, last woman standing. That's about where they can go with this. But that's neither here nor there. All I'm saying is, right now, we're talking about a 30-minute Iron Man match between the two. And I really just can't really pinpoint what woman will be better. But what I will say is my personal bias. Like, I'm going to put it out there. I personally think that Charlotte will take her first pay-per-view loss because of the simple fact. Solely, I'm only thinking this thought because of the simple fact that I am not ready to see Sasha drop the belt again. It would be her third time. This would be within, like, a few months' time. I just don't want to see it happen again. Like, the fact that this belt right now is just going back and forth and just being traded off and traded off and traded off, it's annoying. It's annoying, and it needs to stop somewhere. So I don't think they're going to wait till Roadblock to stop. I mean, not to Roadblock, but Royal Rumble to stop it. I think it stops here at Roadblock. I think that Sasha. Now, Charlotte, I think, is still going to have her, she's still going to have her shenanigans. She's still going to have her, own things going on to help her try and win this match. But I don't think that she will. It's not that she's not good enough. It ain't because she's better. She's not better. It's none of that. Because to me, these women are, like, equally impressively awesome. So I think what it is I don't think Sasha has had enough of a run yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't. So I think right now that's what we need, and that's what will happen. I hate to say it, but sorry, Charlotte, but this ain't your time, ma'am. I really don't think this time that you're going to come out the victor of this. That's it for me. Like, I just really, nah. So, Keith, who are you taking for this? Because I know, me being the women's wrestling fan that I am, I have to sit here and just completely, like, analyze every minute of every day, like, what these women do. But, of course, I always want to know your perspective on things. So, Charlotte or Sasha? Who is it going to be? Because me, I'm going with Sasha. Have to. Like, it's a must. So.
Yeah. So, I'm going to say Sasha keeps the belt. That's the best thing I got for you. 30 minutes later, Sasha keeps the belt. And with that, Keish, I think we have a show.
Oh, man.
With that, we will be back next week. Maybe a few days before Christmas.
Of course. And I'm throwing this one thing. I am a fan of Legends with JBL. I watch it. I think I've seen them all so far. But a new one just came out not too long ago, probably within the last few days. He did an interview with the first female that's been on there, and that's Alundra Blaze. So I would encourage everybody to go watch that. It was pretty awesome. I think I've seen it twice already. So I encourage you to watch it too. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was awesome. So, yeah, I just want to throw that in there. You know, I'm always advertising stuff on the network because I'm always watching the network. I'm always watching something different on the network. Oh, well, go watch WWE Storytime too, because that's pretty funny as well. And WWE Storytime are short. They're very short episodes. I think the longest episode I've watched so far was like maybe 13 minutes. So I would say go watch that too because it's pretty good. Like people telling their stories and it's actually being illustrated is a great source of like imaginative things put up live and on camera or however you want to put it. So yeah, but okay, that's it. I'm done. I swear I'm done. I know I'm talking to everybody's ear off tonight. I'm going to be extra tired in the morning. But I'm done. Okay, I'm finished.
All right. So, with that, we are out. We will catch y'all on the back end. Like I said, next week we'll do our recap of Roadblock and maybe give you a year review of wrestling. With that, we are out. So,
bye. Peace.